Hello and welcome to the Tabletop, and today I have a special battle for you. It is a battle royale. It is three armies battling against each other. It's the Brits versus the Germans versus the French. It doesn't make much sense, but um, we are three friends playing at our local game store, and I wanted to field my Brits, and a good friend of mine wanted to bring his German army, and another friend wanted to take out his French army. And I will hit you with the beautiful battle report. And it is a very special one. We played for 8 hours, but the battle report maybe summed up a bit quicker, and a lot to learn here, a lot to see, a lot of great inspiration if you want inspiration. I mean, look at this beautiful terrain. That is just amazing. Again, always beautiful terrain. You don't need it, but it helps. And I'll show you around. This is the church. This is the bombed out chateau. And then here's some ruins and a farmhouse right here. A beautiful street. And yeah, this is where we played this day. And if you come in here from first wave, we played kind of first wave, and we all brought 1,000 points. And I will show you the armies in a second. I will just show you the territory, the map, because it's pretty important. I will show you also the mission markers, but there will be 6 mission markers, kind of evenly distributed around the terrain. And also for each kill point, for each dice you take out of the bag, you claim that. So it's the mission points plus the kill points, and whoever has the most wins the game. And I will come to love this bombed out chateau because my Brits will stay here for most of the game and try to claim some scalps. And the Germans will come from here. We put a dice down, and we randomly, how do we say, yeah, like Birkan would come from this table edge. The German army played by Mario came from this edge, and from this edge I could deploy mine, but it was randomly, yeah, diced out. How do you say? Yeah, this is the map. Again, beautiful streets. On the streets, vehicles can run double the speed, which I will do with my SAS Jeep. I will tell you all about it in a second. And this is the position the enemy Panzer III and the enemy Panzerschreck will love in this game. So enough of the map. Beautiful, just amazing. You can advance over these walls. So it's just, I think, you have to spend your full advance to get to the other side, just for clearing that up. And the ruins count as line of sight, but if you're not on the windows, you cannot see that something is inside the ruin here. So only if you get a good look from the outside and it's clearly open. Otherwise, here it's kind of obscured. So if you're not at the windows, the ruins will obscure. But I have to read if we played that right. And in the middle, of course, a beautiful fountain, always the fountain of death. But yeah, we'll see. And just amazing. So let's talk about this fellow. Mario brought a Panzer III, the Dakar Panzer III, and he made him a Panzer ACE. So this one is veteran, and he gets +1 penetration on the gun, and he gets +1 on the damage table. So the Dakar Panzer III has a hull-mounted MMG and 2 coaxial MMGs, which will amount to 12 shots with your MMGs, and is pretty the menace. And this guy is now veteran, so he ignores like the boys. Well, he doesn't ignore the boys' anti-tank rifle because I could hit it on a 6. But Yeah, this guy has now not a light anti-tank gun. This guy now is fielding a medium anti-tank gun with 5+ penetration, which which if it penetrates, it will get also +1 on yeah, the damage table. And I was scared. I was scared of this Panzer III, and we will see in a second what will happen. So this is the German forces carried around in a box. We will take a look at these in a second. So yeah, beautiful. Berkan is bringing his French army, and he always said, yeah, the Char is not such a good tank, and he's bringing Renault FT, and this is a one-man turret, so this guy can either drive or shoot his 3 shots of MMG, but if I'm not wrong, this is pretty cheap, 30 points, 40 points, something like this. So one-man turret. I think this guy has to pass an order check if he moves it. And the Char has, if I'm not mistaken, a light anti-tank and a coaxial MMG and a howitzer, something like this. I don't know. We have to see. But it will do some good stuff. Then Berkan brought his medium artillery, which is great. So HE3, he has to carry it into the battlefield, but he has a 4-man squad, so no problemo. Then I think an unexperienced officer with this platoon, the artillery platoon, and then he's Jean-Claude Van Damme or Jean-Claude, I don't know. This is his general always, and this guy's already infamous for taking a lot of lives. And then his trusty artillery observer. French have 2 artillery strikes, the same as the Brits. And when you get the chance to shoot at an artillery observer or any observer with your sniper, do it. I mean, artillery or forward observer, shoot that guy. Because I won't do it this game and it will come to bite me in the ass. Then his trusted sniper, regular, and then I think that these guys are Gourmier with the FAS, and they are veterans with rifles, and I think they have Tough Fighter, maybe even Stubborn or something like this. I don't know. I will find out. And 1 LMG always in this 8-man squad, and right behind them, I think 8-man squads of regular French infantry with always an LMG. Like they look beautiful, like really stunning minis. I think these ones are the Warlord ones. So just amazing, just great paint job and great minis. The French are amazing. Yeah. Then we go to the German forces again. This one, Panzer III, Panzer ACE with this guy on top. Mario also brought a Panzerschreck team. I think 24 inches, penetration 5. And then he's bringing a T, I don't know, what's this called? T38. And this one is good with armor 8, fully enclosed, coaxial MMG, light anti-tank gun, and hull-mounted MMG. Then he has a motorcycle which has an MMG mounted on it, means 3 shots. Because they're German, it gets 4 shots, and it has recce. This one is good, I think, for the points. Then there is his sniper. Mario fields this guy almost always as veteran, which is kind of good, but it's also expensive. And then here is his infantry. And it consists of, I would say, roughly 40 men. I think inexperienced or regular captain. And then 4 8-man squads. Like this is a squad, this is squad B, squad C, and all rifles 1 LMG, all rifles 1 LMG, all rifles 1 light machine gun. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assault rifles and I think 3 rifles. Panzerfaust I haven't seen in a while, so if anybody's feeling Panzerfaust, tell me down below. And so, yeah, also beautifully painted Blitzkrieg Germans and German Grenadiers. And then my forces not yet fully painted, and I'm fielding a Boy's anti-tank rifle. I think I got 12 order dice, Berkan 10 or 11, and Mario also. Then I have, again, not fully painted, so yeah. This is a SAS squad upgraded to fanatics. They have behind enemy lines, they have fanatics, they have tough fighter, and it's a bit of a thematic list. So my commander has a submachine gun, the rest has all rifles, and I brought a loader and a Vickers machine gun because I wanted them to come from outflank. Just a very thematic game. But in this game, we said no outflanks because the table edges were kind of like we played on a small table, and for 3 people to have then also to deal with outflankers, we just quickly decided, okay, let's not do that. And I said, oh, no problem. I have 8 guys here. I will foot slog them. Then I got 8 guys here of regular British infantry, all rifles, and I got an LMG in this one. I took the rule up and Adam, which maybe not the best, but I run also some Gurkhas, and because I'm kind of playing the theme of Lawrence of Arabia and like a British desert force, I'm bringing this Perry Miniatures Afghan tribesman, something like that. And again, not yet fully painted, but beautiful minis. So this ones are my Gurkhas. Then I guess I have an unexperienced officer with a buddy, so that he's kind of safe from artillery strikes and something like this. I left my artillery observer at home. I thought let's try a British list without it and just take something else for that 70 points, which might have been a mistake, but we'll see. Then again, I want to say another 8 men of British regular troops, but these are 9. The officer has a Tommy gun and again another Bren gun, an LMG. Then I have my matchbox Jeep, SAS Jeep. I could have taken this also as airborne Recce Jeep. I think the Recce Jeep costs 35 points. Then you can buy another MMG for 5 points, and then you have a Recce Jeep for 40 points. But I wanted to be thematic, and I made this an SAS Jeep, and I upgraded one weapon to a HMG. This one is an MMG. I have 2 LMGs in the back, and I have an armored front, which means from the front, and the front is like this, like 90 degrees in this direction. Like if if I'm in your front arc, then I cannot be hit by small arms fired. I can still be pinned, but I cannot be taken out. So kind of cool, and this thing has Recce and it's 80 points. And then I got my trusty Cromwell. I got it painted up, ready for play. It's not the best tank, but I wanted to play a Cromwell, so what the heck. It's 180 or 190 points. I took it, I downgraded it. The Cromwell has improved HE, so usually a medium anti-tank gun has just 1 inch of diameter, but the Cromwell has improved HE, so it has 2 inches. But if you downgrade it again to 1 HE, which I thought I would need, because like if I needed to deal with infantry, I would just use my 2 MMGs, 6 shots, which is not really good, but I would use those. And this is my anti-tank gun, and a 5+ is enough for any tank that I would encounter, I thought. And yeah, so roughly 180, 190 points. Of course, you could play better stuff, but I wanted to feel the Cromwell. Then I got my MMG, and my MMG is fielded again by my Lawrence of Arabia forces, not yet fully painted, but you get the hang of it. These guys with MMG, and this guys has the belt. I can use this also for a loader or something like this, so multi-purpose. And then I got my trusty heavy artillery officer, second lieutenant, on his own, inexperienced. And then I got a medium mortar, which has HE2. And yeah, with a spotter. And I got my sniper, and this sniper is regular. And another troop, so three troops of regular infantry. So we start a game, and we start with the infiltrating part, and I put my infiltrator right here, and my sniper up here. It is in my ruined chateau here. The German sniper resides, and here the French sniper and the French forward artilleryman resides. And let me show you where we are so that you get an idea. I'm sorry. So my spotter is up here, my sniper is up here, the German sniper is up here. So within the region, I had to place mine before the other ones. That's how they came out of the bag. And then we got a sniper here that can shoot my observer, and I think he can also shoot my sniper and the enemy sniper. And we got one artillery observer here, which this sniper could shoot and my sniper could shoot too. And yeah, that's maybe what we should have done if I wasn't a bit hesitant on that. So I don't want to deal with snipers by shooting with my sniper, the enemy sniper. I want to deal with snipers by just spraying it with an LMG, preferably German LMG, and preferably 2 LMGs in one squad. That's really good. That's what Schola Progranium has been doing a lot. Like, just bring 2 Bren guns or 2 German LMGs, and you get a lot of shots with a lot of bodies. And yeah, it has a kill potential, and you get pretty sure a pin. And whatever you're facing, if it's infantry, we're pretty sure you can pin it or even kill it. So I come in, and I think a couple of rifles reach towards the French sniper, but I spray it with an LMG. I think I put a pin on it, if I'm not wrong. And then in round 1, the sad thing is I'm getting all the early dice, so I'm kind of forced to set up my forces. And as you can see, I'm just bringing in the mortar because we're coming in from first wave, and I'm just trying to put things on the table that will not matter in the first round. So Berkan brings in his Char and wants to face off against these guys. Like, he thinks, okay, here's infantry, they're threatening immediately my air observer and my sniper. So he brings in his tank and he shoots. I don't know how he manages to shoot the MMG and this one, all 3. I have to check. Maybe he played it wrong. I have to check with him. But he puts a shot on this guy, I think, with his howitzer. And as you can see, I cannot go down, and I immediately lose 2 guys and gain 2 pins. So not a good start. And be mindful, like, this one with his howitzer only hits on a 5. So he's pretty lucky. He comes in, he hits on a 5, and then he hits also on a 5 with his other shots. And he not only pins my sniper, he kills one, he kills the observer, and then I have to do a morale check with 1 pin and regular. So I have to roll an 8 and I roll a 9. So my sniper loses his nerves and just flees. So tank comes in, and already I have major losses. And so these Gourmiers come in on the German flank and yeah, are ready to do stuff. And French troops come in on the German flank and yeah, a lot. And then these Gourmiers with the white hats come in on my French flank. Like right here is the sniper and the air observer, and behind them the tank. And I have missed to tell you that I had kind of the first dice with my sniper, and I didn't shoot at the French air observer. I shot at the German sniper and did put a pin on it. So kind of questionable, but yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe the French artillery will be of use, and maybe I can dodge it. Well, little did I know. Yeah, the French kind of on their advance, um, and then the Germans come in. The Germans come in with the troops behind the church and advance with this tank, and this guy shoots at um, some of the troops at at these guys, I think, and pins him up. And on the other flank of the church, the Germans come in with lots of troops, claiming their objective marker. Here I claim mine at my chateau. And the Germans on the other side of this Cromwell have positions two troops and a recce jeep. And I don't want to come out where the French are. So I kind of want to stay away from them because I'm thinking if I'm facing the French and I'm facing the Germans, I will get crushed, so I stay away from them. So I come in with my SAS Jeep and spray the German troops, and I come in with my Cromwell tank and I spray the German troops, and I come in with my SAS guys. So I want to overpower this flank with all of my troops, stay away from the French, and maybe engage with the Germans a bit more. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. As you can see, I brought also in here my MMG. So the German player comes in with his Panzer III and immediately tries to duel my Cromwell. And of course, like we're kind of on even foot. Like I'm armor 9 with a 5+ anti-tank gun, and he's armor 8 with a 4+ anti-tank gun, but because he's a Panzer ACE, he has +1 pen and +1 on the damage table. So a fearless Panzer III shoots at my Cromwell. He, he comes in, he rolls a 5, and then I'm pretty lucky he rolls just a 1. So I was almost pissed, but there was no place on the map to kind of bring in um, the Cromwell. And as you can see, I have no cover, no cover saves. That's always bad. Try to claim some cover. Yeah, and he fired. And as you can see here, German troops and German troops here, and the French brings in his artillery piece, a medium howitzer HE3. He advances it 6 inches, and he claims his first mission marker, but you can claim this only at the end of turn 6. So these guys go down because they get lit up by these guys and already taking casualties, taking pins, and it's not a good start. So round 2. The German takes the first dice, and I don't know why he fires here first and not with his Panzer III, but we will see. But yeah, he's also like getting pressured by the French, so desperately he tries to light them up, and as you can see, he puts 1 pin on these French veterans, and he shoots with his light anti-tank this Renault FT and immobilizes it. So 1 pin and immobilized, it cannot move, it can only shoot, and now it's a clear target. And um, I think, yeah, as you can see, the German Panzer III, I didn't record it. The German Panzer III, I think that was the first dice. He shot and he missed honor 2. That was the first dice. But I missed to photograph it. And as you can, sorry, I'm rushing it. But as you can see, it already has a fire order. So I take the dice and now I fire at the German Panzer III and I hit it on a 3 and it's on fire. So now the crew, the tank is on fire. The crew has to pass their morale check with -2 pins, but it's a command vehicle. As you can see here, a lot of Germans already here. And he has to roll an 8 and he's clear, but he rolls a 9 or higher. And the tank is destroyed and abandoned. And I claim my first dice. And the Panzer ACE Panzer III is out of the bag. Mario was a bit upset. I can understand that. But that is the rules of the game. So the French claimed 1 dice, I claimed 1, and here Mario will then claim a few. So the Panzer III is dealt with. But as you can see, a lonely Panzerschreck already waiting to take vengeance. And my guys are now pressuring the German flank and advancing towards here, trying to spray the Germans, putting pins on them. And the Germans are right behind this wall. They had 3 pins and they take a run order into this ruin. And that's a good thing because I would love to storm with these guys because they have tough fighter and they are fanatics, my beautiful SAS. But if I storm this, he fights first and then I fight. So engineers would have been great and maybe next time I take engineers. We'll see. And here his recce jeep is cowering. As you can see, I took a run order here and I was thinking maybe I can run in, but it was too risky. I didn't want to get my guys killed, but maybe I should have done it. I don't know. So this is the open top view. Berkan and his French came from this table edge, and as you can see, not super much space to move, but he's moving his troops up here. On this flank, he's fighting my troops, the British troops, and on this flank, he's kind of fighting the German troops. And as you can see here, the church, the Germans came in from here and are hiding largely behind all of this terrain. And the next picture, as you can see here, here is like where I came in and I'm kind of claiming all of this space. And right now I'm doing kind of well, but I've taken pins. I'm down. Yeah, a lot of troops down. My officer down. My Gurkhas are down. I was shot at by a couple of things. My MMG went down, took a pin. My boy's anti-tank rifle run in here. And yeah. So it's kind of fun, but it's also hard to gauge what will happen and where we will engage. So it's round 3 now. And the Char advances forward and shoots his howitzer and his light anti-tank, and I'm just going down. It is kind of bad that I'm going down. Maybe I should have stood up like a man and just taking the hit because he's hitting just on 5s. But I don't know. I don't want to take any chances right now, so I go down. And also my recce jeep, my recce jeep was kind of like here, and something was shooting at the recce jeep. I think he was spraying it with the char, and so I recce out of line of sight behind this building. And I have in my front Germans, but they have only small arms, so they cannot hurt my jeep. They can put pins on it, but they cannot destroy it. In the front, it's not soft-skinned, it's armored. And from behind, nobody sees me. So these guys are firing, they get the shot, so I'm trying to fire, hold down the French gourmets, and I put a pin on them. It's not super good, but It's a pin, it's a casualty. I'm chipping away at the French. These guys will get pounded for 6 rounds and will hold their ground like very heroically. And my British SAS, I don't want to storm the house, so I take a run order right in my chateau. And I'm thinking maybe I can concentrate away from the Germans and more towards the French, or maybe I can run towards the graveyard of the church, towards the enemy mission marker, and stay out of sight of the enemies. Kind of sneak towards where I need to go. And as you can see, yeah, that's what it is. I think I do a snap 2 with my officer, and I fire with my MMG team towards the church where the Germans hide and put a few pin markers. And I'm firing with my mortar. I'm dialing in on the French Renault, the small tank, which is immobilized, and I'm trying to get that dice out of the bag. Because it's, I think, only armor 7, and I can take it out with my mortar. So I'm dialing in. As you can see, I'm shifting the flank, moving a bit. These guys are down, but I'm mostly hiding in the building. My Gurkha's a bit lost. I want to foot slog him, but on this flank, I'm facing a tank, and I don't have nothing against that tank, which is really bad. I should have brought a Piat or a bit more anti-tank. Like right now, I'm lost on this flank. Facing a tank, I can't do nothing with that. And my boy's anti-tank rifle is on the German flank, and my Cromwell too. So that's bad. But the Germans on their flank are trying to continue to fight the French, and the Gourmiers are kind of getting hauled down, losing a couple of dudes, but still holding on that objective. But the French now have their howitzer in position. They could have kept it in the backfield and just dialed in, but the French, they took their howitzer and run or advanced it for 2 rounds to have a great setup. And now they're starting to shoot at stuff. And these guys want to advance and shoot, but with 1 pin and the veteran level, they only need a 9 to pass, and they roll a 10 and they go down. So veterans that go down with a pin will be a theme in this game. Again, I'm dialed in on a 5 on this guy. The French sniper has, I think, only 1 wound, so this guy is dead. This guy is only alive. He shoots. I don't know what he's hitting. And now the French artillery observer, he has put 1 artillery strike on the Germans, and now he's putting. Wait a second, is this the first? No, he did put 1 artillery strike on the Germans, like pretty early in the game, on their own flank, and now he's putting down his second artillery, and he puts it where it will hurt. So I call this my ruined chateau because I was camping here a lot of the game, and now I see an artillery strike would be really, really bad. So I'm trying to get everything out. Yeah, the French pushing towards the middle of the board, towards the fountain, and I'm Tokyo drifting with my Cromwell. I'm running up here, pivoting once, because with a run move you can pivot just one and run towards here. And I'm hoping to reinforce my French, how do you say, like fighting against the French, and maybe hunting with my Cromwell the Char and putting pressure on the French on that side. So the Cromwell epically trying to save the day. As you can see, I was standing here. I run kind of 12 inches here, pivoted, and then pivoted here. But sadly, and as you can see here, boxed in the Char right here, and the Germans kind of pounded here, as you can see. And there he is. But yeah, what's the but? Here are the Germans in the ruin, but have nothing to fear. They have only like small arms, and the rest of the Germans are camping right behind here and are engaged with the French. So what's happening. So here are the Germans pinned up, the French, these guys pushing towards the middle of the board, and then a tank coming up here. So yeah, and here is the French line. And as you can see, the French pretty close. This one will be with one advance already within reach. And now the German Panzerschreck team advances a bit to the left. And what can he see? This guy can see my Cromwell tank, the side of my Cromwell tank. As you can see, he sees through here, and I wish I could have driven like just a bit further. Or maybe I shouldn't have exposed myself. I was talking with the Germans, so maybe it would leave my Cromwell alone, and I could take care of the of the French Char tank. But hatred, hatred was on this Panzerfaust guy. So he tried his luck. He took a shot, and I think he missed because he would have only hit on a 5. I don't know if this was clever, but I tried to. I ran out with my Gurkhas because I was thinking maybe I can run out and countercharge some of his veterans against my. Again, my Gurkhas have scary blighters, so they will halve the attacks in a melee fight, and yeah. But I don't know if that was so clever. On the German side, right in the ruin, they try to do something, but they go down like they are morale 9. They have 2 pins. They try something, they roll a 10 or higher or a 9, and they go down. And they not only go down, they also foobar, and they light up that thing here, the motorcycle, and kill it. So that's bad. The German player Mario at this point a bit demoralized and yeah, not in the best position. So turn 4 comes around, and I'm pretty lucky. Berkan rolls a 3, and the artillery bombardment is delayed. So I'm pretty lucky. Mario gets the first dice out of the bag. I'm not super lucky, and he shoots at the Cromwell, and he hits it. And gladly, it doesn't explode or something like that, but I'm shaken, like he hits it, and then he doesn't penetrate. He rolls a 1, so I'm shaken. I get another pin, so I have 2 pins, and I roll backwards. I go down, which is pretty bad because now I'm kind of stuck there. As you can see, I rolled 4.5 inches back. Not good. On this flank, I'm firing because I don't know how long these guys can hold on. On one pin, they're firing. They're putting pins heroically on the French veterans, trying to hold them down. And on this side, my British decide to advance and to light up the German troops right behind the church, and they're going down and putting pins on them. And my British commandos are now hiding near the Cromwell. They are trying to sneak and get to this objective marker. Like, I want to run with them up here, maybe shoot at these guys, and just claim this objective. So that's the plan. And yeah, they are putting with their Vickers and with 3 rifles a pin on the German Panzerschreck team. So engaged on all fronts. As you can see, a German officer giving these ones a buff and also ready to advance over the wall and just claim the objective. So my Recce Jeep advances to the front and goes near the fountain. This is maybe this was a bit of a risky or stupid move, but I wanted the Recce Jeep to do some cool action. And so I advance in the middle, and I put 6 shots into the French and 4 LMG shots into the Germans. As you can see, I pinned the artillery. I tried to claim a kill. I think I will also kill a few because I put a pin on it and he didn't buy a gun shield for this weapon. So I think 1 or 2 guys will die. And he already fired, so I took the chance to knock out his artillery piece. And as you can see, I put definitely another pin on this guy's and maybe even claim alive. So it's a bit of a ballsy move, you will see, but that's what I did. So the Char, what does it do? Let me see. I think he takes a shot with a howitzer. Yeah, the Char does not go toward my guys. So I think he doesn't. He tries to shoot my Jeep, and he wants to put a shot in this guy through the ruin. He can see this guy, and so he tries to take out with 2 shots 2 dice out of the back to score a bit more. And the MMG, like the SAS truck, doesn't care, or Jeep. And so he shoots a howitzer and misses, and he shoots a light anti-tank, and I think he misses too. Again, the Germans, what do? They have a bunch of pins from the first artillery strike, but they advance towards these guys and light them up with their assault rifles, and they put a bunch of shots and kill a few of these guys. But the Gourmiers, these guys, are charging now in. So these guys advanced here and got rid of a lot of French infantry. And then these guys took a run move against the German infantry and ate a bunch of, how do you say, the assault rifles they could give, like Abwehrfeuer. I don't know what's it called. Like when they're nearing to you and you shoot at them. So yeah, Abwehrfeuer. But they got shot. And so 3 Gourmiers veterans reached the Germans and they rolled 3 sixes, and they cleared the whole squad because the German player with 5 times tough fighter just had 2 dices. So the French won the close combat fight kind of against all odds, but they did. Mario, again, could have done something different, but because I took his Panzer III, he was like really hateful against my Brits, and he advanced with this guy, and on a 5, he's hitting my Jeep in the back, and he rolls a 5, and he claims the SAS Jeep. I would say pretty lucky, but yeah, that's kind of part of the game. And yeah, there goes another dice. There goes my SAS Jeep. The boys anti-tank rifle advance, try to shoot at this guy, put another pin on him. And now my Cromwell can see what he needs to see. He can see the Char and he can shoot at him. But it's turn 5. And again, I'm pretty lucky. The artillery strike from the French is delayed. And Berkhan puts the marker from here to here. And I'm pretty lucky. Like he takes it from the chateau towards my Gurkhas, and they are down. Something did shoot at them, and now the Char advances towards my Gurkhas, and only on a 5 does he hit with his weapons, and he hits with his weapons, and he hits with his howitzer. And right here, there was the discussion because he's in point blank. If the howitzer denies, like if I go down, if HE shoots at you and you go down, you halve the HE template. And he said, no, in point blank, if you go down, down is denied. And I hit with the HE template, I think it's HE2, and it would hit 4 guys. I hit them all. And I said, wait a second. Point blank says that you get +2 to hit on your weapons, and it denies any cover saves you get from the down, or any saves, but you can still halve it. And so discussion went on, but I think the way we played it, it was right. If HE is shot at you directly or indirectly and you go down, you halve the wounds. So But these guys have now 3 wounds. They are kind of pinned, and my Gurkhas doing nothing. I think they rallied, and they are putting pins on these guys. They are also down. Something shot at them, and the enemy Panzerschreck team is trying to shoot. And what do? I think he misses. I'm pretty lucky. Um, and so I snap two, I snap my officer or this guy's shoot at this one, and I'm now dialed in, and I think I should have destroyed it. We'll see in a second. So as you can see, I'm ignoring the French, and because the hatred between the Germans and the British are growing. No, the Panzerschreck team did hit me. Like, he was hitting me on a 4, and man, 50%, I think 50%, it could have also rolled a 1 or 2 or a 3, but no. He hits my Cromwell, puts another 2 pins, doesn't destroy it, but immobilizes my Cromwell, and my Cromwell is now has 4 pins, is immobilized, and is down for the turn. So I cannot activate it, I cannot shoot at the enemy Char, I cannot shoot at this guy, and so I'm doing the only thing I can. I'm trying to get my hands on that Panzerschreck team. And I'm advancing with these guys and putting pins on the Germans that are hiding behind the church, and I'm advancing my commandos, fanatics, SAS, and they got 1 pin and they're dialed in on a 5 from the French howitzer. So now, I don't know why. Now the heat is on me somehow. And it's not good. The French claim the objective I was holding with my Gurkhas. I had nothing to destroy the tank or fend these ones off. Maybe I played it also a bit bad, but as you can see, I'm kind of abandoning that mission marker and trying to claim this one. If the Cromwell would have made its way down there, I could have done something, but yeah, maybe I played it a bit wrong. But yeah, shit happens. As you can see, these guys are still holding it. I have this officer down in this building which can contest it. But yeah, it's not looking good. As you can see, a few troops here, a few troops there, and my Cromwell immobilized and pinned up. Yeah, and a lot of Germans hiding behind the church and in the houses, and a lot of French, like right here. This is the top view, as you can see, and yeah, I'm getting out. I'm advancing out with my inexperienced officer, hitting only on 5s, I guess, because they're inexperienced, but they have 2 assault rifles. So I'm putting a pin on these guys. Yeah, just trying to light them up. Nothing fancy. Maybe I could have done something better. And right here, yeah, the French just they did hold this point, but now the Germans are these ones rallied. They had 4 pins or something, and they are now trying to advance and light them up, and these will advance here and also light them up. So as you can see, this is what's happening. Germans going towards the French mission markers. I'm advancing towards the French, and I'm also running my medium machine gun team right over here so that I'm maybe secure against the Germans that are hiding in the building. Those Germans hiding in the ruin, they advance out and they did shoot at the troops holding my mission marker down there, and I'm turning my turret around because it's, I think, turn 6, and I'm trying to shoot with 4 pin markers, and I'm trying to shoot these guys with an MMG, maybe pin them down, but maybe that was the wrong idea, but it was turn 4. Maybe I should have rallied or something like this. Yeah, And we go into turn 7, and now Berkan shoots his medium howitzer and rolls a 5 and gets a 3-inch template on my British SAS fanatics, and I go down because I don't want to get just annihilated. And yeah, they take pins, they take casualties, and it's bad. And something shoots at these guys, they have to go down also. I think the artillery did hit them, and these guys are just taking a run order towards the mission marker, and they are now claiming my mission. So right now I'm holding nothing, and I'm pretty much losing the game. And I'm taking a fire order with my anti-tank rifle. I thin them out, and I have a plan to maybe take a run order. Here in the middle of the board, you can see the French charge the Germans and have a hand-to-hand combat. I think the French wiped them out. And I'm thinking, can I run up to these guys and kill them in melee? I will do it, but let me tell you, like, fixed weapons cannot issue a charge order. So they can run. I don't know if a medium artillery can make a run or just a 6-inch advance. But fixed weapons cannot charge the enemy. So we're kind of discussing if I can. And so I run up and we roll the dice and I kind of win, which is 3 guys against 5 guys. And I think I rolled 3 wounds and he rolls only 2, and so I wipe the squad. But it's an illegal move, which we will take back. And on this flank, my MMG team was claiming the objective, but I was drawing the dice out of the bag before the enemy. Like, would he have gotten his dice before I got mine? I would have run a bit later, but I couldn't. So I'm just standing here. He advances over the wall and shoots at my guys. And the Panzerstrike team also walks up, so he's holding this objective. And this is how the map looks. So the French took this mission objective. They took this one. They took this one. Also, the French took this one from the Germans. They wiped them there. My British army pretty much wiped out. Yeah, so who's winning? We will see in a second. The Cromwell did survive, but he's down and on 4 pins. And yeah, I don't know. A bit of sad for the British on this point, but it was an epic game. And the French, yeah, kind of, they're down and they're holding the objective markers. And as you can see, Mario managed to get this, like the Germans managed to win it because I took this one back. So Mario didn't lose this dice out of the bag. So Mario took 1, 2 objective markers, and Berkan took 4 objective markers. But as you can see, Mario 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how the math was, but let me be assured, like the Germans won it with 1 point, and then the French were second, and I was last. And yeah, that was the game. I took my army back home in my magnetized case, and it was fun. And next time I will play better and make better choices and maybe bring my artillery observer back. And yeah, don't forget, if somebody shoots in point blank with his HE and you go down, you can still halve the wounds. We see us. See us. Yes.